Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty from Raccoon Alley Creations, and I'm going to show you how to make a cute little booklet like this. I think these are adorable. The trick is to have 4 envelopes. So, whoops, I missed one of these. That's okay. So on these, most of them are decorated with stencils on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and add stencils to this, and then we will put it together. Okay? So the way that I am doing this is to take my stencil, which was right here. Here it is. So just take my stencil and some ink, and I'm just using the vintage photo ink. I have some pictures and stuff picked out there. And so I'm just gonna, stencil. I generally kind of use a twisting circular action, but you can rub it or do whatever you want to get it. And so this is just going to be the background, so I'll be able to collage on top of this, or just glue down some printables, or make some sort of a cute design. So I did ink the edges of all these first, because I wanted to make sure that it kind of went over the edge, so you didn't have, if you look at it sideways, you don't see any white edges peeking through. Now, I don't necessarily want it even. It doesn't have to be, solid brown. Having sort of a difference in here is, I think, kind of fun. Now, the way we do these is we're going to fold the flap of these envelopes over like this, and with the envelope going on the inside, it's almost hard to see which it is, but this is it. Now we want, if you take a look at this one, which is not decorated yet, you can see that these, the flaps are pointed out, okay? These were stenciled after the tape was already put on, instead of stenciling first like I did with this one, okay? And then the way that you put this together, the way this is bound, this is Tim Holtz's linen tape, okay? It's really nice. And for this, I like to keep them short, and I like this design both because it's a little bit vintagey and because they're not things a regular size, so you get a little bit of variety when you're doing it. I like to do these about 1 inch or maybe 1.25 inches. So this is 1.25 inches right here. And then after that, I can use this to measure the rest of them. For 4 envelopes, I need 8 of these, okay? 8 tabs. You can do this with as many even-numbered envelopes as you want. Just keep building the way I'm going to show you how to build it. But this right now, I think, is just so great for things like Happy Mail, or ephemera in your journal, or just whatever. So I'm taking the tabs. I lost count because I'm talking. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 1 more. 8 tabs. Okay? Now the way you're going to do this, the way I'm going to do this, is we want to lay this out, and I'm going to start with the flaps in. So this is going to be the front page, and we want 3 tabs. And the tabs are going to be put on the envelope at the top, at the bottom, and then in the center. The treasured page is where I first saw that, and she referenced another video, so I looked at that too. So I'll try and link them both down below of this so that you can see. But now we're taking this off. We're going to kind of, whoops, I forgot my trick. Okay, we're only going to take it halfway off. And then when you fold this over, you have this edge. You're going to butt that up against the edge of this envelope and put it, you know, right by the top. You're going to do the same thing here. And you'll notice the way I do this is to take a straight pin, and I put the pin just, try and get it just through the paper. Well, that didn't work that time. What I want to do is separate these out a little bit, and then I can easily get a hold of the tape to pull it back. So once again, I'm going to put this in half, okay? And I'm going to go down here and put it towards the bottom. And then the third one is going to go halfway in between. One thing to be aware of is the size of your envelopes. If the envelopes are quite a bit bigger than this one is, you may want to not have it go all the way to the top. You might want to have it come down just a little bit from the edge. But the main thing you want is that you want to leave space in between these for tabs. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, now we're going to take this and we're going to put it over here. And see, I can see the back. Did that a little bit uneven, but it's okay. All right, now I'm going to take first this one and loosen the back. This works for stickers too, by the way. All right, and now I'm going to be putting it halfway between these two tabs that you see here. And once again, I'm butting the center of it up against the edge of this envelope, okay? And so now we'll do one more. So the first envelope gets 3 tabs, and the second one gets 2 tabs, and then the third one, as you'll see, will get 3 tabs again. I have a Band-Aid on my finger where I cut myself cooking yesterday, and this tape really likes to stick to it. Okay, so I'm butting this up against here. This one I didn't do a good job of butting, so you can see it's too long on one side and too short on the other. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 envelopes and realize that both of the flaps are on the outside again. I'm going to take these and put them together so that they're nice and even, and then I'm going to take this tab out and put it over. I'm going to take this tab out and put it over, and this tab out and put it over. I had to kind of go around this a little bit because this one was not put in the center when I did it. Okay, so now we'll put these back like this. This one, when it flips over, there'll be the flap, so we're just confirming that. And now we'll put the 3 on again. So line these up, pin through the back of the paper, kind of push the pin down so it folds down. Stick it to the Band-Aid because that's always so much fun. And then you're going to push this over and put it down. You want it to be right across from this tab here and right near the top, just like the other one is. So like that. Now once again, we're going to put it on the bottom. When I do the middle one this time, I'm going to move it down just a hair. Okay. Here we go. It's turning over. We'll pull the back part away. Try not to get it stuck to the Band-Aid. Okay, we'll pull it back like this. We'll put this down here. Let me push this up a little bit. Okay, so we want it to be lined up with this one and with this fold over, butted up against the edge of the envelope. Now we're going to put it down. Okay, and now we'll take the last one, open it up. Okay, take this, fold this back about halfway. And now, if you notice, ordinarily I would line it up here, but I'm actually going to just put it over here just a tiny bit so it's lined up in the center of those better. Whoops. Okay. This linen tape sticks really good. It really does. Okay, so now we have the third one here. Once again, the flap of the envelope is down. Now we're going to go here and we're going to do the second one and fold it over just like we did the first three, okay? So now when we line this up, again with the back, the window's out, this time we don't have to add more tape because this is the end of it. So all we have to do is go back to these, make sure the envelopes are all lined up, and now we're just gonna fold these over, 1, 2, and 3, okay? Now, these papers that I'm using to decorate, this is a freebie from DearJulieJulie from her crafty community or her Ko-fi page. Okay, so we'll take, nope, not blue, I want this. We're gonna take the ink and just go along the edge of it. I am not getting a lot of ink out of here. Of course, it doesn't show up against this print quite as well as it does against white. And I'm just going to put this on the front of this envelope. To me, this is the front. You can do it so that, you know, it opens up this way, or you could do it so the design goes this way. So this one I did so it goes up sideways, okay? This one I'm doing so it goes the landscape. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Grab my glue. I'm just using glue stick for this. This is Oohoo or Yoo-hoo or whatever it is glue stick. So I'm smearing that around, trying to get to the edge. This is a little thick. Sometimes when you leave the cap off, it gets a little thick. And so what I will do then, when that happens, is put a little bit of water on the inside of it, and then close it, and it will, it'll get a little moisture into it while I'm doing that. Now, while I'm doing that, letting it go in, I use a different glue stick, so let me get this one out. Okay, so I can come back and collage some more on this, but for right now, I just want to get the main things on the page. Now, this one, this is the other half of this. So it could have been folded over to 2 different pages or something. And I think what I'm going to do with this one is put it here on this page. Okay, so once again, I'm going to ink the edges of it. Oh, I can see the ink a little better this time. That's good. So maybe I just wasn't. start with putting some here. Okay, and then I want to make sure I get the edges on this one. Gluing it. Okay, and here we go, right down here. Trying to center that. So there you go. Oh, sorry, I did a rotten job. Let's add some more glue up here. Okay, take this and put it down here, evenly along the top edge. Okay, there, that's better. Much better job. Okay, on this one, I'm going to use part of this as part of a collage. So for the background, what I'd like to do is take some paper I have here. Got a couple little scraps and stuff up here to use. This is nice. So if I put this here, about this, I like this is a little different color. I think I like that. I'm just going to tear it across the bottom here. Okay. This actually, the word right on here is actually the present, or is talking about the present, but it also could be considered a present. And since this is Christmas decoration paper, it seems like it's kind of a nice word to have on the showing out from this. Okay, this is vintage paper, so it's a little bit fragile. So when I'm gluing it in particular, I need to be a little bit careful. I don't really want it to, okay. And then this one we'll take, and I'm gonna get this on this line. There we go. Okay, and we'll put it right there. Okay, so that's the beginning. So when you, it's a word sheet, and it just talks about related words and, similar words. It's not a synonym sheet. It just kind of talks around the words, but it's kind of cool. I like it. I think that what we'll do is take I had all these clipped together, and it looks like when I let them go, they kind of came apart. But that doesn't mean I'm going to have to find them again. Okay, I'm going to take this one here in the center that says a Merry Christmas. And we'll put that right over here. And for now, that's where I'm going to stop on this one. Okay. So we have this page with this scene. And on this one, I'm going to take I'm going to cut off this Christmas greetings, and this time let me put the lid on my glue. I am going to ink around the edges. Okay, and I'm going to put this right over here. Let's see. No, I think I'll put it up here. And I think I'm going to take a little bit more off of it. Just because it's designed to be a certain size or a certain edge doesn't mean you have to use it that way. Okay, this is your creation, your creativity, and you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, we'll take this and put it right up here. Okay, now we have that. We have this. We have this. And we need something for this page. I should have dug out some music paper that was Christmas music. And I didn't do that. That would have been a nice addition to this. So, let's just see what we have in here. In a scrap box I've got down here. Okay, we'll start with this here. Now in this case, I'm gonna tear off this edge. Now I do like these white edges. It's a great place to just put a little note or you know, whatever you feel like doing. But in this case, this one is going to show a little bit more of the background here. Okay. So we'll put this out, and then this came off the edge of that. I like the edges to not be all the same, for them to be some, you know, offset and differences where you see it. So like this one, we have an edge here and here. So I'll put this piece up a little bit like this, okay? And then I'll take this piece and I'll put it down like this. So it's attached, because attaching it helps give it continuity, but it's not, the edges and stuff are not perfectly lined up, so it's not boring. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Now this doesn't really have a focal point the way the other pages do. Let's see what we have here. I have this pad of paper. Has this cute little snowman looking up. And I think I'm just going to put him right there. He'll serve as a focal point on this. The fact that he's on top will help make him a focal point. And also the colors, because everything else is neutral and this has colors. It has the teal and the red. That will help this to pop. You know, I'm seeing a lot of teal and red this Christmas, as opposed to, you know, like Christmas green. And I think it's pretty. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to leave that page like that. Now, I often, when I'm collaging, I'll come back in a few days and I'll say, what can I do to this to make it more interesting? What else can I add to it? And I also will add I will add things to this page when it's finished. But you get the idea of what I'm doing. This is just something that I was shown a week ago, and I'm infatuated with it and having a good time with it. So, so that's it. Here's this one. Oh, the one thing I wanted to mention is that when you put this in the journal, especially once you get the decorations here, you can put it in the journal flat like this and then paper clip it down. And this has a lot, it's flatter. So even with things in the envelopes, it makes it a flatter addition to your journal. So that makes it kind of fun, I think, too. Okay, thanks for being with me. This is Dorothy Kilty, Raccoon Alley Creations. Oh, if I didn't say, these digitals are from Dear Julie, Julie Crafty Community, and these digitals are free printables from TLC Creates, which is another Facebook group, so lots of fun. These, what I did, let me just show you that. So I can take, decorate this, and then on top of here, I can attach this just on one side, and that becomes a closure for each of these flaps. So that makes it, it is another thing that adds continuity to it. And like I said, I'm looking at this way, so I'll put these so that the design goes across here, and so when you pull it out, you still have that same continuity. Okay? Thank you.